No, they don't have an officiating problem. They have a culture problem. They have, again, a league. That sounds like a bunch of NBA players whining about the calls on the court and after the game. That's not been the NFL way. That has not been a football mentality. That's something that has been pervasive in the NBA to the point that David Stern had to create rules to stop players from whining. They have a problem where they've put officials in where they're trying to legislate too much. When you start, and again, I understand the safety concerns, and we need to be vigilant in trying to make sure the players are safe. But when it goes too far, and now because you haven't adjusted any other rules, games are controlled by the officials. Not because the officials are bad, because the rules you've given them, the rule book is so thick, they're having to call so many things, they're undermining the integrity of the game, Colin. Every time there's a big play, you know what I sit around and wait? I look in the corner, is there a yellow flag somewhere? Is there the yellow graphic that says there's a flag that's gonna blow this play up?
You know why there's more flags? The league's younger. You can't practice as much. This is all back to the collective bargaining agreement. Players felt it was a win when we could practice fewer times a month.
Like Allen Iverson. Again, they don't want to practice. They don't want to prepare. They can't line up. They can't stay on sides. They can't not false start. I watched that Raiders game.
23, and they're one of the youngest teams in the league. The players thought in that negotiation, we win. Okay, but now the league is younger, the league is cheaper, the stars still get theirs, quarterbacks, the O-line play is less consistent. You got to practice to be good. The NCAA similarly. The NCAA down to about 17 hours a week. The schedule is longer, so coaches sometimes don't use the 17 hours. College football games, longer, sloppier.
College, I think, to be honest with you, though, higher quality. And I'm going to tell you why. They have 90-man rosters. You can, again, they run more plays in practice and do more because there's more players. In the NFL, you're limited to 53 guys on your roster, 10 backup guys. You can't run as many plays. You can't do as much in practice as you can when you have more players. So I think the quality of college football is actually holding up better than NFL. The NFL, again, too much pressure on the officials, too many rules. I gave this whole holding thing even more thought. Eliminate holding across the board, offense and defense. You can't obstruct as a defensive player. You can't, pass interference should be called obstruction. You can't obstruct somebody. But if you're just holding on to someone's jersey, I don't care. If you're just holding on to some defensive lineman, I don't care. That's your job to get his hands off of you. Holding doesn't really impede or damage a play. Obstructing someone as a defensive back, that does. We need less penalties because I'm telling you, it's damn near like watching kick and punt returns now. Every time there's a long punt return, the first thing you think is, I bet you there's a flag and they're going to call it back. Now I'm watching great plays in the NFL, and I'm like, bet you they call it back. And it seems like 25% of the time they do.